couple of big losses to CLG that went out. So we'll have to see which LG shows up. Meanwhile, Cole, not a whole lot of data on them on this map since they put this 5 together. In the limited games they have had, they haven't been so hot. Just 1 win out of 3 map plays on it. So this is definitely still, I think, a favorited position for Luminosity.
Well, let's look through the CSGO roster rundown for Luminosity Gaming, and it's going to be Cold Steel, Fur, Bolts, and Fallen on the CT side, and a very slow play for the counter-terrorist team composed of Semphis, Valence, Roka, Sanks, and Automatic, with actually them perched out towards this B area, and what?
I was just thinking it was a good idea the introduction, because if you would have done it, it would have taken 3 episodes.
Why? It was quite simple.
Oh, no, you were charging up your Kamehameha. That takes at least 3 episodes.
That's true, that's true. Tune in next time as Vansilli will finally get the round through. But Valence actually drops into the drop zone, ironically enough, but they actually do have a nice crossfire set up with Colts. That's going to be the first one that's going to spot them from Chicken Coop. He gets a nice one-tap onto Semphis. His Fur clears out the drop zone, and is also spot Valence in there, but Roka comes in for the trade. But meanwhile, it's still a 3-man advantage that actually Luminosity will capitalize through, and it's going to be 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, just a strong B attack there from compLexity, which seems to be pretty much the meta, especially for North American teams to attack this B side of the map pretty much relentlessly, time and time again. But Luminosity have plenty of presence on that B side of the map to handle that. Cold and Fallen both with 2. Fur finds 1 as well. And only 1 man goes down for Luminosity, so a pretty decisive round. Scout out for Fallen, a couple of SMGs coming into play, or actually 3 coming into play here for Luminosity, as we just see the Tech 9s of compLexity as they will be over here towards Skyfall. Might just plow this with some flashbangs and hope for the best is what I'm anticipating.
So it's going to be Sanks going to try to drop first. They flash for him, so they actually hear Steel fall back towards the B site, but at the same time they decide to drop out towards window. Fallen with the scout shot, so this is going to give them a chance to actually run through these doors and try to overtake this A site, but Fallen somehow is still alive this whole time, and everybody's getting picked off slowly towards B as well. So Roko's the only one that's going to try to fight him here, but he's finally going to get taken down by Fur, who is supporting him at mid. Last one is going to be Sanks. Finally gets something done, but at the end of the day, it's the Luminosity Gaming's round.
Yeah, I mean, compLexity tries to add a little bit of a twist to that. I mean, they did drop it down in the Skyfall, but they tried to actually just slam connector to the A site, but Fallen just slithering around, getting out of there, man, getting the information. Some of the B players that were able to rotate the doors and catch some of that as well. Cold having another good 2-kill round there, so just well held by Luminosity, as Fur will pick up the auto shotgun, looking to try to bank out some extra cash in a round where he knows where Cole has pretty much nothing into it. So we'll see if he can make this shotgun worth it.
Well, let's see if he does. He's perched all the way up here, but it's actually going to be Fallen. It's going to catch the first action. He's going to get the first tag onto Sanks. He sees the other save round coming through, and Fur's about to actually flank back towards Long to try to get this kill. He will. Give him some monies. This is actually the best gun in the game, if you guys didn't know. Auto shotgun is freaking lethal. Play it more. Roka, last man standing. There you go. Auto shot you in the face. Even though he had armor, that was going to be a kill right there.
So he profits. I mean, he pays the cost for the auto shotgun and winds up getting enough money to have made it worth it. And I wonder if he'll keep it.
Oh, I think he will.
I mean, you could put it at Skyfall, and it's actually a fine weapon to defend that area.
Right,
they keep the ump on Steel as well. I mean, they are just super conservative on.
Hey, they're
Fallen still with the scout. Yeah, man.
They won with Deagles, Tech 9s, and Scouts. It's better to have submachine rifles and auto shotguns versus pistols.
But and Colt's in good position to put this op to work, as they are just going to be rushing long B. And he almost lines up 2, but does get the 1. Looking for more here. Misses, though, so Cole getting into the site.
Well, Roka finally gets a step there, and Fur a headshot with the auto shotty onto Automatic. Automatic shotgun to Automatic. Yep, not erotic at all. Now it's a 3 versus 2 situation. Bomb picked up by Valence, who's looking for a plant. Well, Roka is actually very well positioned to actually catch him off guard.
Absolutely. So, I mean, the bomb has been planted to 2 versus 3, and it is actually kind of a firepower advantage here for compLexity as well. So we'll see if they can actually hold off this retake. Valence has been spotted in the site by Steel. Fur going to throw in a nice flash as well. Comes out with it out of long B, but it is an even 2 versus 2. But, oh no, wow, Fur misses a big shot there, and now it's all Fallen.
He picks up the UMP, knows that Valence is low, so it's okay for him to have this gun. The clock is ticking on a bomb. He's spamming through the smoke, puts it on a 7 HP, but he's actually going for the full defuse. Gets the kill, but not enough time. The round's going to come in for compLexity.
If he just finds one more bullet on Valence with that smoke, it's all over. He just wins the round straight up, but he decides to stick the bomb, and Valence is able to work around the edge and pull him off long enough to prevent that bomb from being defused. And so that is the first round going to complexity. But of course, we saw Luminosity just bank up the cash by being so conservative. So definitely still able to get the double op set up. And Fur going to have that auto shotgun again over towards the Skyfall area. So we'll see how complexity deals with it, as they don't want their money to be reset, as it's already limited resources for this round with a couple of Galils. So they're in a pretty fragile situation.
Well, maybe the auto shotgun for Fur in drop zone is kind of like how Steel from iBuyPower used to play the Mag 7 towards the hut area.
Yep.
So it's actually quite effective in Cold Zero, sorry, getting the out kill to start things off from the B bomb side. So already a one-man advantage for Luminosity Gaming.
Yes, complexity still trying to work out this long B platform, but there's two people by the platform, plus Cole has his op over towards the chicken coop. And so, I mean, there's just so much defense set up in this area. And, I mean, complexity starting to look kind of like a one-trick pony here. Just trying to keep working this long B on every single gun round, and they haven't been successful at it except for once. So, definitely going to have to change it up here, because Luminosity is defending this too well.
And it's just op shots through smokes, too. And that's maybe how some of them do it sometimes, too. Like, whenever you see a smoke being thrown, count up to 2.5, and then pull the trigger after, and then possibly the guy's going to cross over and get the pick. But it seems that this is how Fallen was getting those shots when he was playing towards long before, too, on Dust 2.
Yeah, so we are going to have complexity on pretty much a full save here. They just bought one smoke flash and one P250, so not much invested into this at all, as they are going to be gathering up over here to attack into the mid room. As Fur will be here with a nade out, however, looking to smoke the door. He will get the smoke out. Nade's going to go in there as well. So Flash comes in. He'll throw the nade, lines him up, and man,
boy.
He and Fallen combined for a couple of quick frags.
Touchdown nade, can't cross the door. Like, they're all... Oh my god. This is a bloodbath. This is a massacre.
Yeah. It's, if complexity can't find a couple of rounds here soon, it's going to be borderline embarrassing at this point. Like, they're just struggling so much. And again, they're just going to have to be able to get the P250s and Tech 9. So it's probably another easy round for Luminosity at that point. They just keep building up their bank. At this rate, complexity would have to win like 3 rounds in a row before they ever really force Luminosity to some type of save situation. That's going to be tough to battle against.
I could still see complexity come back in this game, though, towards the end if they're able to bring up a few more rounds. But so far, like, before they actually have to get a few more rounds, they actually have to set a foot inside the site. They are only able to get one single bomb plant in this whole game so far, where they actually really never focused towards the A bomb site either. And the only time they did was with pistols trying to run through doors. And at this point, it's going to be another save coming through, just to try to build up the economy as well. But just like that, another round's going to come in favor of Luminosity Gaming, as they all line up and bunch up for them to just eat a full barrage of bullets.
Yeah, I mean, Balch just playing that corner on the platform, a little bit of a bait setup, as he had a player there on the cutout, and just steps out and lines up 3 nice and easy. And that's another round for Luminosity, now up 6-1. But complexity does finally have an op in Synthesis' hands, and he and Audie are about to star in a James Bond movie together here soon, from looking at the scoreboard. See if they can fix that in this round.
Can we cue some crickets?
How about we cue like the James Bond theme music instead?
GoldenEye.
Dum 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 dum.
Don't even have it right. Like,
Yeah,
at
dude.
least hum it right. No, guys.
Yeah, I was humming like the middle part of it at
No,
the very
no,
beginning.
no.
No, I had it right. You're wrong.
You
I'm
missed
sorry.
a few keynotes.
I definitely did not.
Fallen is actually going to spot the first one. Soon takes down Valence at mid. He's going to re-smoke it to give a little bit more cover for his teammate to fall back. But they actually stack more towards the A site this time, anticipating that they're going to try to go for the split, and it did. And just like that, they're also holding out towards the B bomb side. So Luminosity Gaming is just so strong on a defense.
They're just getting picked apart left and right. Bolt's catching a kill on their lurker over at B. Fallen getting the opening pick with the op at mid. And now it's almost going to be a flawless victory. And it will be. I mean, Fallen just so aware, just kind of realizing that that was the one gap that Automatic might slip through. And he picks up the kill. And that's Luminosity now up 7-1. Complexity back onto either a save or forced buy situations. Luminosity just continues to rack up points on the scoreboard here. It's just been an absolutely dominant map, much like Dust 2, but even worse.
Their play so far for Luminosity Gaming, just with playing with such confidence, is just so Linda to see. I think Linda means beautiful in Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That's why, yeah.
All right, I was kind of confused on that one, but we are going to see complexity looking like they want to attack the Skyfall position here again as they are gathering up here with all their pistol steel, just kind of jiggle peeking it. The flash comes out, he hears it coming, he'll just smoke and fall back, but that means they can hit into connector, but Fallen is going to be there. He pulls out the pistol to deal with it, not even dealing with the op just yet, but they will flash out through the smoke Skyfall room, and they will be able to get this kill, but now Cold and Fallen's ops, oh my god, Fur even fit in a knife frag and all of that, and I mean, Luminosity are just, they're putting the...
They're putting the hurt.
Yeah,
it's the hurt locker.
They're laying down the hammer.
I really don't know what complexity could do right now, because just look at the amount of money that's being racked up by Luminosity Gaming at the same time.
It's almost getting to a point where like people are starting to drop people guns just because they've maxed out their cash. Like that's how big it's built up there over on the Luminosity side of things. As complexity will again head over towards B, hoping that Simphis can find something with this op. They do actually boost up Cold on a counter boost at Skyfall. Automatic seems to be aware that's an option, which is good because he did get killed from this actually a few rounds ago. So he's certainly aware it's a possibility. As Cole does actually hop up here, he gets in the room.
He's actually going to peek it aggressively. He doesn't even want to play the corner, so he really doesn't care. Actually, he is playing a better angle, so he has more experience than I do playing that position, so he probably, Automatic won't probably see him before he does. There you go. He sees the white shoulder first. He's going for the spray, and he gets the kill.
He puts an incendiary down to stop anyone from being able to chase him, and they're still gearing up for a long B hit. But I mean, look at the Steel, Cold, Bolts, everyone in here. Bolt's still playing that corner again. Roka boosted up, trying to spot something, but no one is giving him anything to shoot at. Simphis also holding the corner with the op. Again, nothing coming. Bolts will get pop flashed out, and he will find Roka boosted up. Sinks trades, but there's still a man down, running out of time as well. They have to commit to this, and we'll see if they can get past this defense.
I don't think they will. There's so many flashes being thrown still. Nades slowing them down, stopping it. They're doing the flashbang dance this time, but no starring, nothing here. And Steel playing the same spot, just at the drop, just under that smoke, and they're just running into it. Simphis is able to connect with one, but there's only 10 seconds remaining. The bomb is down. He's just gonna hold it out, and Steel is just gonna be able to take him down.
Simphis does get his first kill of the game there, but Automatic is still yet to find one in complexity. Just
hey, he's got an
getting
assist
crushed
though.
Here. He does have an assist, that is true.
That's a good start. You got to start somewhere.
Right. I mean, but you got to start somewhere, but you got to have some of these guys start fragging. It's not like Valence is doing much better there at 2. It's really only been Sanks and Roka getting many frags, and even those haven't been too impactful as they've only won one round. So, I mean, you can just see the absolute dominance that Luminosity is exercising here as really no one in complexity doing well. Automatic is trying to run through the fire, trying to make a play happen. Does chase Steel out, but they still eat a lot of damage for that.
That's how raging they are. Like that's how they don't really care anymore. They're just like, all right, the molly has bloomed maybe about a second ago. I'm gonna run through and come out with 20 HP remaining. If it actually just popped, maybe it'll be a little bit better. But Automatic just looked at it and said, all right, well, let's just run through.
I mean, to make it work, he had to get that kill, and he didn't get it. Steel was able to get away there. And now Cole is a man down, and Bolt's just playing this spot, but Sanks catches it, but they're so low on HP.
13 HP combined right now for Sanks and for Automatic. Flashed out as well. Automatic gets picked off finally as he peeks out from drop zone. But then Sanks walks through the smoke, and Steel is waiting for him. Takes him down, and they still manage to get the double off setup. Salvage with Steel with the 4K for that last round.
Yeah, so Luminosity just continues to put the hurting on complexity here. Max money on a couple of their players, just dropping some guns just to make it worth it here. As complexity on a bit of a force here. I mean, they've hit the maximum loss bonus long ago, and they're buying all up into it here. And in fact, it's putting them in a situation where they won't have really much to work with next round if they lose this one. As Cold getting aggressive at long A. And I mean, Luminosity's really pulled out all the stops, haven't they? Making all the plays. Cold getting chased, still getting op frags. Fur in the meantime is boosted up here. He'll catch a frag for free. Can Simphis trade it out? He's got to push in here with the AK. He does, but he's all alone in a 1 versus 3.
That's twice that Fur gets picked, caught with a smoke in his hands when they were trying to peek out. But at the end of the day, at least his teammates were there to support. But man, it's 11-1, and they have so much money right now. 2 of them are at 16K, and at this point, it's not even like, okay, let's have Cold up towards B. They don't have set positions. They're just playing spawns.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the benefit you can have when you have two strong operators like Cold and Fallen. Cold just so versatile. It's such a great pickup for this team. They've really just elevated their game so much since he's joined the team, and as well as Fallen switching to an opting position. He's been quite good. He's been one of the best operators playing in our region, probably number 2 behind Skadoodle when it comes to North American Regional League play. So I mean, yeah, that's great when you have guys like that can frag that well. Plus, they have just such a good strategy. As Cold again looking for the counter boost. This time Automatic keeping his eye on it.
Oh my god. And those were mouse ones. Those were mouse ones.
What are we watching?
Those were mouse ones.
You know that moment, Vansilli, when you feel like you're witnessing something that you need to report to someone, like you need to call the proper authorities because you're just witnessing a crime.
Those were mouse ones.
Again, just that gross feeling in the pit of your stomach, like you just witnessed an atrocity that you just feel like you need to alert like some higher being to handle it, to deal with it. That's how I feel right now. Like it's cringeworthy watching how this game's playing out so far. It's so unfortunate for compLexity, but let's not just hate on them. It's just Luminosity just displaying just such a great way to play this map defensively. Like they're just dominating.
But that's why, too, like, I love compLexity as a banner name. I love compLexity as an organization. I love these players as well. And they've shown so much potential playing under Nylon before. Before, actually, Semphis and Hiko came in and kind of shook around the roster when they had Professor Chaos. And suddenly, they're not what they used to be, what we expected them to be since that ESEA land. So it's just unfortunate to see it come down this way.
Especially since they have a lot of talented riflers on this team between Roku, Automatic, and Sexton as well. So it's just unfortunate they can't figure out a way to make it work, so to speak. Because there is a lot of talent there, but tonight they haven't been able to shine too much as Luminosity just so dominant. I mean, they're just hitting the most ridiculous kills too. At some point, compLexity just has to be godlike. They're just hitting ridiculous shots on us. Like, what can we even do? Is the feeling sometimes? Brazil! Yeah, for sure, man. They're definitely bringing it in tonight.
Really, like, there's really nothing more you could actually call here. It's unfortunate. I would actually leave this to just game sounds to see how things are going for this round. This is the last round of the first half, and as much as you could say, like, compLexity needs to get something done, they just can't, simply because, like you said, Dust, they're just landing crazy shots for Luminosity Gaming. And mouse ones!
I mean, it's been kind of rough to watch, that's for sure. If you're a compLexity fan, it's certainly not the game you were hoping for here. As it's the last round of the half, they're just, buying up what they can, but of course it isn't much as their economy has been in ruins the entire half as they couldn't find any victories here, really. And I mean, Luminosity, almost a perfect half. They're going to have 14 rounds going into the second half, and I mean, compLexity would have to put on an absolute show to be able to get back into this game.
Oh boy. Roka, last man standing, 3 versus 1. He's spotted through the doors now, so he's pinned. They know exactly where he's coming from. He does get the flash release into the drop zone, and Cold gets him as he was coming off the unblind. And they finish this half with 3 guys with 16K.
Yeah, I mean...
Shoot, that's crazy.
Here's the thing, like, just look at the deaths on some of these players. They have guys that only died twice or 3 times the entire half.
How would Taz say this right now? Like, fuck.
That was actually GodB.
Oh, shoot. You know what I mean, though. I mean...
Yeah, GodB is the originator of fuck, but I think Taz did say it later on, so you're actually technically right.
Yeah, I was at work when GodB said it, that's why.
That was at that IEM Gamescom. Remember, this is the family show.
Yeah.
Not to GodB.
But I did say FAK.
Yep.
It's just crazy, though. Like, we switched sides. At least we've readied up to see what's going to happen here. I mean, there's still a sliver of hope for compLexity because they are taking CT side. But as soon as they lose one round, it's an uphill battle for the rest of the game.
At least in the North American region, this map is usually swayed a bit T-sided, or at least quite balanced. So to get blasted that badly on your terrorist side, not bode well for compLexity at all. And Fallen already catching a kill here to open things up. And when it rains, it pours, I guess.
Yeah. And on top of that, Automatic is 1 in 15. Semphis is at 2 in 15 when they ended at half. It's just unfortunate. They just couldn't get the entries. So
Luminosity looking to just crash into the Skyfall here and Long B. They will get out here. Sanks is in position at the door, has to worry about his flank. However, at the same time, Valence on the platform is able to do some damage here, but gets taken care of, and it is going to be Luminosity here with the 3 versus 2. Make that just 1 player left now. It's going to be Simpus on the flank, Long B, but they know exactly where he is. He's got the bomb down, actually, though. But it doesn't matter. He'll still get picked up, and there you have it. Luminosity at map point and match point.
Well, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This was
not the game we had hoped for. I really thought this would be a tighter race between these two teams, to be honest. I mean, compLexity has had a rough time since they put this 5 together, but they have looked a bit better recently when you look at some of their most recent ESCA results, and they've started to get some wins in our league, despite like kind of the losing streak to kick off the season. They've started to wrangle together some ties and wins, but tonight it has not looked good at all.
They actually managed to get a few trades here, but this could be it. Furry jumped through the window, went towards the connector, and just like that, it's a 3 versus 1 automatic. Who's now 2-16, looking to bring this to 5-16 to keep the dream alive, but he's going to go on a full flank. Made a lot of noise, but at least they don't know he's towards the drop zone. They smoked it out as well, so this is going to be pretty much a near to impossible feat. He's going to walk through, but Fur's just around the corner and hurt him. Taps him through. Good games exchanged. 16-1 on the second map. We forgot to do predictions, but thank God we didn't.
No, I called 2-0 Luminosity before we started.
Oh, you did?
I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I figured it'd be some closer games, especially on Dust 2, but not the case. And again, not much to analyze there, not much to break down. It was just Luminosity just completely outclassed compLexity on all points on the map, in all positions, and in all roles. It was just all Luminosity. And very little there for compLexity. Just not a good showing tonight as they still try to figure out how to. I mean, the best thing to talk about here is, again, compLexity. There's a lot of talented riflers on this team, for sure. I don't know that they really have a great opper in Simpus. I mean, he's not bad, but he like I said, he's a jack of many trades, but it seems like he's really a king of none. Or he's not getting to play that position where he'd be able to get the most out of his game, because he usually is kind of tossed around into different positions to kind of make room for other people and what they're good at. It seems to be the story of most of his CSGO career, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, it's just about trying to tap into that lineup. You know, Warden can be a good coach for them. He can really help them out. So hopefully as he gets more time with this team as a coach, maybe he can help them work through some things, because there is a lot of talent on there, and to see them play games like that, it feels like it's wasted talent. So hopefully they'll piece it together.
For sure. Well, thanks for the insight, Dustin. I think that's going to be it for us as well for tonight. Those were the two back-to-back matches that we were able to witness tonight. So Method winning the first one, 16-13, and also 16-13. And both of the matches they've played against Coast Gaming. And then also Luminosity Gaming taking it over 16-5 and 16-1 over compLexity. So, Dust, do you have any final words before we close this off?
No, just to let you folks know that we do have some matches going on for Europe tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so you can check those games out. Also, for North America, tomorrow we do have a couple of games for you starting over at 8 p.m. Eastern time. 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. We have Conquest playing Coast. So some more Pro League stuff going on tomorrow, and it'll be the same way next week. We do this week in and week out, Sunday through Thursday. We're coming to our last couple of weeks of competition, however, as we move closer to our LAN, which will be the November 6th through 8th, that first weekend in November. So yeah, just definitely bookmark this page for your daily CSGO coverage. Also give a follow over to @CEVO and @MLG on Twitter. Give him your feedback. Let them know what you think so we can improve the product. And of course, you can give a follow to us commentators and stuff here. Give me a follow over at Dustmaret. Catch Vansilli at Vansilli. And then also you can check out our producer who also does a lot of casting for the European division. It's going to be Helium Umbrella. And without further ado, we will sign off for the night, but we hope that you'll follow us up and catch us next time. Have a good night, folks.